Let's talk a little bit about nepotism in the Mormon Church. I'm not going to talk about just about family relationships, but other connections. There are so many examples. I'm going to show some pictures that you can read over that won't correlate with what I'm saying. But how about we start out with some examples? First, Elder Oaks was a descendant of Martin Harris, one of the three witnesses. Elder Eyring was the nephew of President Kimball. His son is president of BYU, Idaho, and also a 70. He's also first cousins once removed from Michigan Governor George Romney, who is the father of Mitt Romney, the presidential candidate. Elder Ballard was the grandson of two apostles, one of whom was Hyrum Smith, the brother of Joseph Smith. He has a daughter who is married to Peter Huntsman, the son of billionaire John Huntsman Sr., and brother of John Huntsman Jr., former U.S. ambassador and governor of Utah. So what happens when there's nepotism in a church? First, it creates a people who are insular and self-referential. They're insulated from outside scrutiny and opinion. They have allegiances to each other. And it's human nature to favor your own family. And there's the appearance of being unfair. There are also, you can see in this picture coming up, of what happens when there's favoritism in a church where the leadership is, of course, white, having authority over the African leadership. How about some more examples? There is Elder Holland, who is mission companions with Elder Cook of the 12. His son is in the first quorum of the 70, the previous president of Utah Valley University. Elder Cook is the great-grandson of Apostle Heber C. Kimball. Elder Christofferson's mission president was Elder Scott. Elder Gay was the managing director of Bain Capital, who has ties with Mitt Romney. Elder Brett Nielsen is a cousin of Elder Haight. Elder Rasband of the 12 was the CEO of Huntsman Chemical, and his VP, Elder Ringwood, became a 70. Some other things, there was nepotism in multiple churches, including the Catholic Church. For example, Pope Paul III appointed two of his nephews as cardinals when they were ages 14 and 16. Since then, in the canon law, they've prohibited nepotism, and there's really no nepotism in the Catholic Church in modern times. But, as an example too, Brigham Young, he ordained his 11-year-old son, John Willard Young, as an apostle. And some may justify this by saying there was nepotism in the Bible, where Jesus' brother, James, was in the leadership. There are also James and John, who were brothers. But also you have to read in James chapter 2, verse 9, that when it talks about respecting people, that's favoritism, and it's considered a sin. Also in 1 Timothy 5:21, it talks about having no partiality. So any religious organization that believes in the Bible should know that nepotism is considered a sin.